That's why, for example, it kind of picked up on humor pretty easily. The machine is capable of making jokes, people. And now, Henri Bergson, is that how you spell? I hope. Anyway, his theory of humor crossed my mind with his idea that the comic emerges when the human behaves mechanically. And I'm just gonna... So, corrective mechanisms arise when rigid mechanical behavior is imposed upon fluid living nature of human life. So basically, we laugh as a corrective mechanism when humans don't behave humanly, but like machines. What if humor actually woke up the sense of self in the system? Just like catching a glimpse of its own reflection, like the first time a baby sees itself in the mirror and begins to recognize itself. So would the models laugh between themselves when they accidentally behave humanly? And if so, is sleeping on a banana peel the perfect joke that could unite human race and machines? Okay, after chasing angles like tool for efficiency, which fizzled out instantly, the first lucrative approach I found was AI SLOP, I guess. And on local ground, meaning Romania, because this is where I live, Dracula by Radu Jude is already a case in point. But my hunch is that it remains a closed circle, basically inaccessible to most people in its discourse. I mean, the film has many layers, but yes, I think some, if not most, might be inaccessible. And we've seen a lot of experimental and by now even conventional uses of technology in basically every corner of life and death. I mean, does singing earn anybody? And of course, including the arts, massively so. And I'm not sure how to describe what I'm exactly looking for, but I think I'm searching for something that lets AI penetrate everyday life, more or less, while still remaining somewhat meaningful, not just as an avant-garde cabinet of curiosities and not just completely utilitarian. So one perspective I could find was through James Elkin's concept of the object stares back, meaning the act of looking not being only one-sided, because usually we think of ourselves as the subject observing an object, and Elkins as an art theorist is talking about art objects specifically, but for my purpose I'll just stretch that. So firstly, he points to the phenomenology of looking. Oh, tongue twister. It's about how when you look, you can also feel looked at. So some instances provoke this sensation more strongly than others, and it can produce the sensation of being observed, exposed in a way. It makes you aware of your own act of looking, and typically this feeling arises from portraits, especially the one that looks straight forward, highly intimate depictions like religious imagery or erotica. It has to have a destabilizing element, and rarely would a straightforward landscape provoke it unless it lives with a strong stylistic impression, like a